Welcome to your weekly pick a card reading. So take your time, take a moment, decide which card is best for you today. We have group 1, Dragonfly, group 2, Fish, group 3, Turtle. Take a moment, see which one resonates with you most, and I'll be back with your reading. Welcome back, group 1. So you've selected the card of change, you've picked the Dragonfly. Now, funny enough, in your spread, my wild card for the suit of air has come out, which is the Dragonfly, as your final card. And what that says is spread your wings and fly. Now, dragonflies can mean change or transformation, but here I'm feeling it's trying to draw my attention to say that you need to spread your wings and fly. And you have a couple of cards here that are indicating something's going on in your life. Bit of drama. Here we've got the Tower card in the upright position, so it can, and nobody likes to see the Tower card in their spread. It does indicate that there's a bit of a drama around you. But I will get into your reading. Okay, so I might start from the Tower card because I'm already talking about it. Now I do like to just move here, there and everywhere. Now above the Tower card, we're looking at battles or disagreements. So for some of you are feeling like at this time or this situation, their energy is a little chaotic. It's heavy energy. There's a lot going on around you. Now, whether that's in a relationship or a workplace, a friend group, it doesn't have to be like we see these cards and we're looking at single and separation. Doesn't have to mean a romantic partner. Can be you separating yourself from battles and drama that's going on. So what we are seeing here is there is some dramas and battles going on. Doesn't have to be yours either. It can be somebody close to you that it's happening around, that it's affecting you, or that they're relying on you, or you're helping them through this situation. But what I'm seeing above is battles and disagreements, so that's quite heavy. And below that it's saying prepare for upheaval. It's the Tower card. So it's saying anything that is not built on solid foundations will come tumbling down. Tower card can bring sudden, unexpected changes. It can bring things that happen out of the blue. You'd unexpected. You wasn't expecting them to happen, and it just goes to another level, takes on a whole nother level of drama or chaos here. So it is quite scary when we see this card here. But the Dragonfly sitting right beside it, both times on your spread on the table here, says you need to spread your wings here. And that feels to me like a sense of freedom. That feels like freedom to me. So whatever chaos, drama, burdens that I'm feeling around you, it's saying it's really important to make changes here to feel free, to allow yourself to feel free, because I feel you're very weighed down by this energy. And but the Dragonfly wants you to spread your wings and raise yourself or free yourself from this situation. Getting control, taking your power back. Now that is, she's sitting in her throne, she's sitting in her power, so she's taking control of the situation. Had this been an empty throne, would mean surrendering, letting go, just walking away, but she's not doing that. She's taking this on head on. She's engaging, she's, leading the fight, taking on the fight, going head on into the battles here. She's sitting in her throne, sitting in her power. This is a it can be male or female. It doesn't have to be one or the other. But I'm just saying by the image in the card, the person is sitting in their power. So they're onto it. They're engaging in the battles. They are not walking away from it. They're standing up for themselves. They're doing what needs to be done here. I am seeing something in the central spread here saying sleeplessness, lack of sleep. So that can indicate either you're struggling with sleep, you're struggling to get to sleep, you're struggling to feel like you've had a restful sleep. Maybe you wake up tired in the morning and you don't feel like you've slept at all. Something going on around your sleeping situation, and it's saying that you're needing to make some adjustments if that's the case. So if that's you and you are not sleeping well, you need to make some adjustments to your sleeping schedule, your sleeping pattern, what you do before sleeping, what you're eating around sleep time, or you could be needing to adjust maybe your sugar, something around your nutrition. So it's something going on here that's affecting sleep or affecting a restful sleep or feeling like you've had a restful sleep. You may have slept, you may feel fine, but you may wake up thinking, oh, I'm so tired, or I get to halfway through the day and I'm tired like I haven't slept. Here it's saying there's some kind of adjustments that need to be made to nurture yourself and look after yourself and take proper care of yourself. And one of these things could be nutrition, to look after yourself, because it's affecting you. Whether it's affecting your sleep or not, it's affecting your quality of life, being that you're able to go all day feeling fine. It's feeling restless and tired. Could be battles or chaos or drama is going to affect your sleep quality or your ability to get to sleep, or not feeling so restless. So this could all be playing out here. Now, the two cards that are glaringly sticking out are the single and the separation. Now, you can take that for what they are, take them front on if that's a message that resonates with you. If not, that can be a message for you to separate yourself from the situation. Free yourself from the situation. Spread your wings and free yourself from this situation. Take control of yourself. Take control of your situation, and you get yourself out of this situation, is what it's saying. Now, single solitude. Solitude can just be, like I said, if this resonates with you, single and separation, or separation to be single, then you take that message for what that is. But single can also be solitude, and that can be that you're needing time away from the drama. You can see the chaos that's going on in these cards, the sleeplessness, the battles, the Tower card. So it's saying that you need a bit of solitude away from this situation. You need to adjust how much time you're spending with chaotic people or chaotic energy, and you need to separate yourself from that. So that could be as simply as what it is. Don't just read into it as being the worst case scenario. It can be just something very simple like that. Changes are on the card for you because we have the change. We've got butterflies, we've got dragonflies, and all of that is about becoming a new person, finding that inner self, or cocooning yourself too, is what I'm seeing right now. So where the butterfly puts itself in a cocoon, it's kind of protecting itself. I know it's making changes and transformations to go from caterpillar to butterfly, but I'm feeling also it's a cocooning yourself, like protecting yourself from chaotic people or chaotic energy at this time. Okay, group 1. Okay, just looking to see if I'm making any other connections. What I haven't spoke about is the Queen of Cups. I knew I was pausing for a reason there, and it's because I missed the Queen of Cups. She's sitting in the reverse position. Now, she's saying don't be overgiving, and that is that energy of, you're putting your heart into something, giving until you cannot give anymore. You've got nothing left to give to this situation. Again, it's diagonal to the battles and the disagreement, so it's really affecting your energy because it's sitting next to you needing to pull your energy away from it. Also on that bottom line, we're seeing all those dragonflies and having to separate yourself from it. So while you are taking control of the situation, you're taking the control of the situation to protect your own energy here. You are, and some of you are fighting battles head on and protecting yourself because you need to. Others, you are protecting yourself in a way that is you're not giving anymore. You're cutting the strings here. You're not giving where you're not getting back. So if you're not receiving energy back from people that's positive, then you've got to do something about that. You've got to cut that energy. This is where the Tower could fall. The Tower could fall on situations where you've been overgiving and not in return. You're not getting anything in return for that. Now, I know it's wonderful to be a kind and generous person, but sometimes some people can take and take and take, and they don't ever give back in return. Here we're looking at things, prepare for upheaval. So prepare for upheaval and change, making changes to the way that you give or the way that you receive, or battles around, again, that feels push and pull, give and take, and about you standing up for yourself and taking your power back. Now, I feel that sitting in the throne there is connected because, again, there's two queens sitting in the throne here. So you are sitting in your power here. I know it's in the reverse position, but it's saying perhaps in the past you have given your energy. You have not stood up for yourself. You have not been in your own power. But on the top line, it's saying it's time now to take your power back. It's time now to stand in your power, to sit on your throne, to sit in your power, and not be so like a pushover. It's like a doormat kind of pushover energy with that Queen of Cups in reverse. Just gets taken from and never receives in return. But it's saying now that's over. We've got the Tower card, and that is saying those days are over. You're going to be a powerful queen, and you're sitting in your own power. Now, I just wanted to say, I just want to do another little brief scan over these cards. unrelated to the power, taking power, giving power, all of that kind of thing. I was picking something on around coming back to the Tower card. It's making me come back here for those of you that the Tower is related to somebody around you. So it's like almost like a bull in a store kind of energy. It's like this chaotic energy comes in and it's like, wow, you know, where's my peaceful energy gone? Or, you know, I need to adjust and get back some of this peace because it feels like there's just so much chaos going on around me. Now, I'm also feeling for you, chaos could be just general day to day. It may not just be, for some of you, the Tower card is an unexpected event that happens that you weren't expecting, and it brings a lot of chaos and drama. For you, for some of you, I'm feeling that it's just that you're surrounded by drama. You're surrounded by noise. You're surrounded by lots happening, so much going on. Maybe you've taken on a lot. Maybe it just feels busy, lots of chaos, lots of drama going on around you. Hustle bustle is what I'm kind of getting here. And it's saying that you need to separate yourself from this. You need to fuel your own heart here and nurture yourself. We do have the nurture card up the top there. You need to adjust that situation. I'm feeling it's related to stress, and I'm feeling it's related to cortisol, I think it's called. And I'm feeling like, because I'm drawn to my heart now, what I'm getting right now is heart pain. So I'm being pulled back into my heart, and what it's saying is that you need to nurture yourself and take care of your heart here. Partially it is nutrition, but partially it's stress. You need to limit the stress or the chaos that's going on around you, and I feel that's really important. So not only nutrition, but it's also stress that you need to manage. You need to manage this situation. Not for everybody. I was just pulling that in separately on the end when they started drawing me back to my heart here with the pain. So group 1, I know this was heavy, but I hope it made sense to you. Feel free to have a look at any of the other readings if you want another kind of message or you wanted something a little more. If this does resonate with you, leave me a comment, and I will see you again next week. Welcome group 2. Okay, you've selected the fish and your card is choice. Now, funny enough, one of the first cards that came out that I pulled was the choice card. So that's, I find that very interesting. And I'm also sitting next to it says, go for it, go all in. We have another one that says, do it now, don't wait. So you've got choices to be made. It feels like you have to choose. You have to make a decision. You may feel lost or you're not sure which direction to go, but it's saying you do have to make a choice. You have to make a decision. Now, when it comes to decisions and making choices, sometimes when you don't do anything, that is still a choice. So what I mean by that is if you're deciding whether you are going to change jobs or you stay in your job, if you then just ignore it and don't do anything, well, you've made a choice. You've made a choice to stay. So that's just an example. But what I'm saying is that in this case, you are making a choice. You have to do something. Has a lot of energy here of moving forward and making the choice, doing something. So there is no choice here that says stay in the same position and don't make a choice at all, don't do anything. The cards are saying you are making a choice. It's come up twice. You have to choose between one of two things, and you can only choose one is what it says on the cards. But you have to do it now. You have to go for it, go all in with your decision and do it now. So I thought that was really interesting, and it comes straight up in the messages. Sleeplessness, you may be losing a bit of sleep over what your decision is, what your choices that you're making. Now, I'm seeing a lot of heart cards for you. Then we've got the cups, which is relationships and heart. So it's saying, working with others. You may be running this by friends. If there's something coming up around you, it's like choosing between friend groups, even choosing between social situations. You could be running the situation by your friends or your social group, or maybe it could even be a decision around working alone or working as part of a team. Could be there. And funny that I say that, because sitting next to that is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit is in the reverse. So Hermit usually means alone, like time retreating away, personal thoughts, going within to reflect. It can be, being on your own. But it's in the reverse position, which can indicate being around other people. So that could be part of the decision here. So it's about being around other people, being, as opposed to that's opposite to being alone. Because what I'm showing is polarity. Like they're pulling me to polarity here. It's like one to the other. It's like you can't just sit in the middle here. It's like you've got a choice between this scenario, and they're extreme, they're opposite. That's like polarity, and you've got to choose one side or the other. You cannot sit in the middle here. Decision will be different for everybody because it will be different situations, but you'll be either running this through other people, or it's related somehow to either working alone or collaborating with others, working with a part of a team. Other thing with the Hermit card in the reverse position, it's saying come out of the darkness. So where you may have been reflecting or taking that personal journey, going within and reflecting and working through your own stuff on an internal level, it's now saying it's time to come out and shine the light. So you've done the work, you've worked on yourself. It's time now to show yourself and come out of that. So it's like you've done enough work on yourself. Now it's time to now start living, because there's a lot of energy in this spread of doing it now, getting out there, go for it, go all in. It's all energy about getting out there. So here it's saying it's the time of working on yourself, or doing the internal work, or that kind of thing. That's over. It's now time to actually get out there and be around people. It's time to get out there and do it. It's time to take action on whatever project this is. Feeling project related for some of you as well. So it could be something you've been working on your own in the darkness, like not telling anybody, kind of working away at it. Could be out like a heart project, as in we've got the full heart there being the Ace of Cups. New passion project it could be. I know that is the Ace of Wands, but I'm feeling here it's something that really fills your cup, really fills your heart here, something you're really engaged in, you've been working on alone, but it's saying it's now time to shine your light to the world and show what you've been working on, whether that's been a project or a passion project, or that's working on yourself. But it's time now to get out there and take action and be out there in the community. I'm seeing here the Strength card. It says a fierce attitude. You've been working on, you've grown, you've become stronger. This is with the Strength sitting on top of the Hermit, is being that you've been in this state of working on yourself, trying to get stronger, trying to work through something and feel like you're strong enough to handle it. But it's saying now you are fierce. It's time to do it now. It's time to show your fierceness. It's time to be fierce and face things and just get out there and do it. Now I'm also seeing here there's two lions in this card, and again it's showing me one or the other. So it's again like a choosing between two things, one thing to the other for some of you. Now I'm also getting here that I haven't mentioned, most important, is don't forget to check in with your spirit team or your spirit guide. Lost no direction. So if you're feeling lost or you're losing sleep over something, it's time to check in with your spirit team and say, just guide me here with what is best for all parties involved. So what is the best solution here for the highest good of everybody involved? And so it's not like you say to them, okay, help me to do this or help me to get that decision. It's the way you would word that would be, please help me for my highest good and for the highest good of everyone involved to make the right decision here. Okay, so let's have a look, because I did pull something in. I pulled something in here around spirit team for some of you. For some of you, I feel like you are spirit team, where I talked about doing something alone and then engaging with a team. It could be for some of you spirit team is what you're working with. You are engaging with your spirit team. For some of you that's coming through dreams, because we're seeing the card of sleeping right next to it. For some of you it's that you are actively starting to work with your spirit team. But I'm feeling two for some reason, because it's all over your spread. You could be having two new guides here. You can see the two birds there and there. So it could be either two new scenarios coming up for you, two new situations or opportunities coming up for you, or that you're working with two new guides coming in here as part of your spirit team. Okay, just scanning over it to see if there's anything else here for you, group 2. Choice is most important. That's your main card and your main theme of this reading. Overall, I'm feeling it's like beautiful energy here. I'm feeling, it's kind of exciting energy that I'm feeling for you. Maybe it's been a little stagnant. Maybe it's been a little bit on the back burner kind of energy. But what I'm feeling right now is it's time. It's kind of the energy's moving. It's moving. And it's almost like when the weather warms up and it's time to start, like when we go from winter to spring, and that energy feels like, okay, it's time now to get out. It's an exciting energy that I'm feeling or tapping into. A new season. It's like a whole new season around you coming in, and it's exciting, and it's all about saying time to make those choices, and it's time to do it and make that move now and move ahead. Just go for it is what it's saying. So beautiful reading for you, group 2. I hope you got some answers here, and I will see you again next week. Welcome back, group 3. If you've selected the turtle, then this is, or the tortoise, then this is your reading. The card that you've selected is patience, or things happening at a slow pace, or something has happened at a slow pace. Let's see what the cards have to say for you, group 3. Okay, now if there is some celebrations or accomplishments coming up around you. The energy here is either it could be birthday, anniversary of you or somebody close to you, or it could be that you're celebrating what you have achieved. Now, sitting next to that, you're needing to protect yourself, protect your energy here. Why is that sitting next to a celebration card? Because you've worked hard. You've worked hard to achieve or accomplish, but it's now time to protect yourself. So protect, maybe you've overworked. I'm seeing over it next to work. So maybe you've overworked here and you need to protect yourself in a way that health-wise, you need to do what's right for you in like a health-wise kind of thing. You need to take control of your life. Down below, protection is control. Also, you could need to protect yourself from manipulating people or situations where people have been controlling the narrative. You need to protect yourself from that. Okay, patience next to celebration is making me think something that you've been in for a long time, or you've done for a long time. It's time to celebrate that and celebrate how far you've come. For some of you, I feel like it could be like a retiring, because that feels to be like that is a celebration when you retire, something you've done for a long time. You've worked hard here. It's on that top line. Maybe you've had enough of it. Maybe it's a situation with your work here. I'm feeling very work orientated with your reading. And you're over the situation or something that you've been in a long time. Now, for some of you, it's work. For some of you, it's relationship and people. Could be the house you're living in. It could be anything here. Your energy, I've got to say, feels a little drained. Of the 3 pick a card spreads that I've felt, yours feels more drained than the other ones. Actually, it just feels slow. It could just be that slow energy that I'm tapping into. It feels like maybe you've been a hard worker, but you're over that situation, or you've put in a lot of effort and work into something. That could be a relationship, it could be your house, it could be anything. It doesn't just have to be work. But you're feeling coming to a time of you've had enough of that. It's time for a change, because we're sitting next to change and transformation. So we're coming up to a time of change after doing something for a very long time. You've worked very hard on, you've accomplished a great deal in that time, but you need to do what's right for you here and protect yourself. We've got new beginnings sitting on the bottom line there. It's saying we have new things on the horizon for you. Now we're walking away again. We're looking at the top cards to the right of the screen there, and it says over it, time for a change, walking away from a situation and cutting your losses, or looking at losses and regrets. So maybe you regretted that you didn't walk away sooner. Relationship, house, living situation, people around you, job, could be anything here, and it will be different for everybody. So it is saying that there is you're either assessing your losses or losses and gains here, or you're looking at regretting something around what you've lost, or regretting about maybe even lost opportunities. You can see here with these 2 cards, which is the 8 of Cups in the upright position and the 5 of Cups in the upright position as well. So both of them sitting there, you're seeing them assessing it, what they have lost, or is it the right thing to walk away from something at this time? Am I up for losses if I leave early, or have I run something at a loss and it's time now to walk away from it? It's like this kind of energy, and again, like I said, it'll be different for everybody, but the 2 together is making me think you've either waited it out too long and there's been losses because you really should have ended it earlier, or you're weighing up if you're going to be okay moving forward into the future because you're worried about any losses of income. Even here with again working is what I'm feeling for you. Now there is the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. That's the card where you're having sleepless nights over things, but it's saying stop worrying about this thing. You know, maybe it is time to walk away. Maybe it's time now. You've had enough of this situation. Ooh, and I've gone to cross my arms. So crossing my arms is protection, when you protect yourself. So maybe you've protecting yourself, card sitting up there. Maybe you've been in a situation where you've had to protect yourself so long, guard yourself, your energy for so long. It's saying that it's now time just to walk away from that energy. Stop letting it get to you and start to walk away from it. Because I just engaged into crossing the arms, which is a protection sign here, a protection symbol or body language, and it's got protect yourself on there. So maybe you've been in a state of feeling like you've had to protect yourself, but that energy, you're a bit sick of being in that energy, and it's time to walk away. Again, I'm feeling it's not everybody, because I've given a couple of scenarios. This is just a separate person here, what I'm pulling in right now. And their situation is they've something maybe in a relationship has been very hard work. Could have been a boss, has been quite hard work, and you're feeling like you're always on guard here, and you're always having to protect yourself, defend yourself. It's like this on guard energy, and you've really just had enough of it, and it's time to change. It's time to walk away from that. Cut your losses here and just walk away. That's for some of you, not for everybody, but that's a very direct message for some people. But we do have new beginnings, but here we need to take control of the situation and not be manipulated to move into something that you're not comfortable moving into. Protect yourself here, particularly because we've got diagonal protection. Protection card here with the new beginning sitting diagonal to each other is saying that you need to protect any new thing that you're going into. Make sure that you're not being coerced, controlled, or the situation's being manipulated. You need to make sure everything's above board in this new situation, and don't be fooled by somebody. Okay, so group 3. So I feel the energy what I'm feeling energy wise for you, group 3, is that it's been tight, tense, slow. Energy wise, it's not moving very fast. It feels a little draining. It feels a little bit sleepy. It feels a little bit like you're over it, I guess. It's like, you've let it, it's got you down. You're weary is the right word. Weary from, I had to run through a couple of words then to get the right one. You're weary from battle, and it's not even battle for some of you, like full-on fighting battle. It's like you've had to feel like you've been on guard, or had to present yourself in a certain way, or you've had to be not authentically yourself. In some way there is a on guard energy, always on guard, always having the walls up energy. Takes a lot of energy to do that, to be able to be yourself freely and fully. Because if you were able to let your walls down, let your guards down, it'd feel a sense of freedom, like feeling tenseness across the back of my shoulders. So it'd feel like a sense of I can breathe, like I can be me, or I can just relax now. And I haven't been in that state. So the state that I'm feeling is the tension across the shoulders tells me that you've either put a lot on your back, a lot of responsibility, a lot of burden. You've worked really hard, or you've been in a state where you've had your walls up and been on guard, and you've been tense or eggshells, or you've been in a state of maybe there's been a really controlling, manipulative person around you, and you've had to walk on eggshells. But it feels to be the energy feels really tense, like you're on guard for some reason. But you've got new beginnings and you've got changes coming, so that's a good sign. And what I'm feeling from that energy is like letting the walls down, being in a state where you're finally being able to finally relax and finally drop your guards and let your walls down. So it's like, wow, I should have done this sooner, and that's what I'm saying, where it's walking away, and maybe you stayed in something too long. This is for you, this part here. So once you actually do it, you'll feel like, wow, I can relax these shoulders, and I can drop my walls, and I can just relax and be myself truly and authentically. So, and the energy feels beautiful after that point. So, but it does feel on guard, getting right through the changes. It feels quite tense, but once you're through those changes, it feels to be that you can really relax and stop worrying so much. The worry and the walls are related to stress and worry. So thank you for joining me, Group 3. I hope you received a message out of this, and I will see you again next week.